language. He's just...
Kevin Rudd was, without a doubt, one of the most memorable Prime Ministers that Australia has had. This guy had it all: the brains, the charisma, and an awesome sense of humour. He knew how to be an entertainer, and he has a whole highlight reel of memorable moments. In this video, we're going to see some of them. We start things off with one of the things Rudd got pretty famous for. Who knew that Rudd was the handball king? Here we see him have a go at some of the handball games against some kids. He's not called the handball king for nothing. He really showcases his talent here and wins everything. Check it out.
There were two. All right.
So it's between you guys.
You ready?
It's a fierce competition. Oh, that was a corner play. Oh! Kevin Rudd has won. Wow.
Okay.
Historic. A round of applause for everyone who played here today, guys.
The handball king himself could not just keep all of his skills and secrets to himself. He's so generous and kind that he made a video where he gives his adoring fans some great tips and tricks for the game of handball, as well as some of his very special moves. This is truly poetry in motion, and you'll probably win your next game of handball when you use his tips.
This overhead COVID smash. Melbourne dog shop.
This next clip just shows how much of a carefree and happy man this guy was. In one clip, he offers to sing in front of all of his supporters, and then the second clip is where he's doing an interview and describes what the position of Prime Minister means to him. You'll discover he is a Lord of the Rings fan.
I take it you'd like me to sing.
This is the office of the Prime Minister. My precious. My precious.
Here's Kevin Rudd having some great fun during an interview where there was a Q&A, and during the segment he was playing something and another guest interrupted him, but he finally told him to keep quiet and let him speak. He seemed to be on good terms with a lot of people because they all laughed together at this situation.
It was far to the left of me. I just couldn't, you know.
Right.
No, here's a.
Right.
But here's a sensible point.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It goes
get
back to
mining
my-
companies
Hey,
to
hang
design
on,
a mining
hang on,
tax.
Before
That's true.
you jump in again, mate, just let
sorry.
me go beyond.
Remember when we said Kevin Rudd has the brains? Well, this is a great example to show that. This is honestly a pretty cool clip. A huge part of his reign was in getting China in good terms with China, and a great way in doing this was actually speaking their language. Rudd is pretty fluent in Mandarin. Watch him doing an interview in that language.
关于中国的未来来讲，教育政策可能是最迫切的政策。为什么呢？关于中国未来的经济、社会的那个机会平等主义，以及对于中国的文化教育的重要性是独一无二的。这不就是一个中国的一种现象，是普遍性的一个现象。因此，我今天决定参加这个哈佛大学所举行。
In this next clip, we see Rudd in his visit to the USA, and he meets the president at the time, George W. Bush. They're both speaking before some people, and Rudd just couldn't resist making a really funny joke. He commented about how he thought Queensland was bigger than Texas, and this brought a huge laugh out of Bush and everyone in attendance.
Queensland. It may surprise you that it's bigger than Texas. Yeah. But can I say quickly?
Can you recover?
This is the infamous Kevin Rudd clip. This one just had to make its way into this video. Rudd was doing a video in Mandarin, and well, he was really struggling to nail the script and get all of his words right. It seems he'd been there for a while and not getting too much success. It all became too much for him and he had quite an outburst. Take a look.
Mate, this is just impossible. I get to the very end, yeah. And tell these dickheads in the embassy to just give me simple sentences. I mean, I've said this before. And tell that bloody interpreter. This f***ing language. He just complicates it so much, you know? How can anyone do this? You know what I mean? It's just... This is becoming hopeless.
Here's Kevin Rudd being absolutely funny once again. This is another clip of him during a Q&A, and he was teasing one of the other guests in this Q&A. As you can tell, this guy's an absolute joker. Everyone was laughing, and even the presenter joined in on the jokes. It made for a pretty entertaining Q&A.
And setting up a new party.
Well, 2 points on that. The first is Malcolm and I could never agree on the leadership. That was a joke.
That's funny because you and Julia couldn't either.
Nor could Malcolm or Tony.
It's pretty cool that we get to make a mention of it twice. Rudd once again speaking Mandarin, and he goes really in depth on a topic with an interviewer. I'm sure the Chinese have great respect for him.
告诉我，您将怎样通过您的外交努力来使中澳两国的关系能够保持长久健康的发展呢？
肯定我们两个国家的政治系统是不一样的，我们政治价值也有一点不一样，所以当然，在这些不同的观点，我不知道任何国家跟另外的一个国家有100%的共同的看法。澳大利亚跟中国是一样的，但是如果只是那个双边关系的杯子呢，这个杯子是85%以上好。
The Joker once again during the Q&A, and he was doing his thing as always. Like we say, this guy has it all, including being a great entertainer.
Malcolm has indicated he would be as member of a cabinet if the other mob are elected. How you get on with Tony is a separate question. I say that in all sincerity. These guys are chalk and cheese. They really are. I've known Tony longer than I've known this bloke. This bloke, you know, you're more at home on our side of politics, mate. But anyway.
Thanks for watching this video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, everyone. We hope to see you next time here on Raw Media.